let's start the conversation over.
Okay.
John, just what is the conversation topic?
Okay. I do not like early access to games.
Okay.
I like it if it's free. I don't like paying for early access. And the reason I don't like it is because you're paying, first off, you're paying for some shit version of the game. That's the first
Okay.
thing. And second, you're the one doing the testing. You're
Right.
the one finding out the issues. You're the one coming up with ideas in a lot of cases, right? So you're doing the developer's job, but you have to pay to do it. They should be paying you to fucking do it. What happened when you had all these testers and shit that you paid? Now you're getting your testers to pay you? The fuck?
Okay, so let's talk about this.
And I just want to put one more point. I just
Okay.
don't like the fact of just take Daisy in for example. You're paying $30 for the early access. They can charge you again when the game comes out. Another $60 when the game comes out.
What are
Yeah.
you talking
that's-
about?
Hmm?
When you
Yeah,
when you buy the early access,
you don't buy the game.
yeah,
don't buy
you
the
do.
game. No, I heard you just buy the early access.
No, dude. No, I'm serious right now. You
Oh,
buy the
that's
early
why.
access, you get the game for free.
Let me see.
That is how
Because
that works. That is absolutely how that works.
I never heard anything like that.
Dude,
God damn
no.
it, though.
I looked into this. This is absolutely how that works. When you buy into the early access, when the game comes out fully, version 1.0, you get the full game. The
I don't know,
difference
bro.
is that you
I've
might
been-
be paying cheaper if you buy Steam Early Access because it could
Yeah, I
be
heard
$30, and then when
I
the
heard
full game comes out, it'll be $60. But if you bought the early access, you still get the full game.
I heard no. I heard this. Is what I heard. I heard they can charge you. They still charge you, but they can lower the price if they want to. But that's if they want to.
No, no. You get the full game after when it releases. The only difference is you might be getting a discounted price, or you might be paying more. Some people might make you pay more to uh, for the early access. That's less likely to happen.
Okay, I still have problems with it. That's much better, though, I will say. But another problem I have with it
Okay.
is it's that
Mhm.
it's that I lost my train of thought kind of. Like I was thinking of two different ideas. Now I have the other one stuck in my head, but I don't really want to talk about that one yet. Fuck. What was my train of thought? Somebody else carry on. Arthel, you find out what the hell you needed to find out. Also, I was going off that same information, but that was because Arthel told me that. I was like, are you kidding me? That's terrible. Shit. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So my problem is that, again, what you just said, if that's 100% true, like you pretty much just bought the game,
Right.
then that makes it a lot less worse. But my issue is that it is very much like Kickstarter.
Okay.
And I have issues with Kickstarter. I like the general idea of Kickstarter.
Mhm.
I don't like that it's, in my opinion, misused. I feel like people use it that don't need to use it. You know, they don't need to take that money from you instead of doing it the right way, which is actually having people to pay it back, right? So and in this case, well, I guess in Kickstarter you own the game too, but it's just like, to me, it's not enough that you're making the initial investment. See, that's the thing. You're paying for development with early access. That's what you're doing.
Mm.
You're paying for development. So you're covering the cost for them. They don't have any risk. And you could say, oh, well, they owe you the game, but, I mean, shit happens. Like, as in
sure.
Kickstarter, they don't have to give you back. Yeah, they don't have to. So shit happens. I don't like that. There's no check there. They have to deliver a game. So that's why I like, you know, the way games are supposed to be made, which is go get that investment. But there's some cases where it's like, this game's never going to get made. That's why I like, you know, that's why there's merit to Kickstarter. You want a game that would never be made otherwise. But there's too many games that they could go do it the right way, but they don't want to take any risk. They want to risk your money, and that's the way they're gonna do it. And I don't like that. Especially since you're the investor, why don't you see a return? The game is not enough for me. I'm the one taking the risk.
Okay, yeah, no, that's understandable. Now, the thing is, I'm not at all against Steam Early Access or Early Access in any form, because I don't know. Like, again, you shouldn't just buy every fucking Early Access game like you shouldn't buy every fucking game out there. You have to make smart decisions. And a lot, whenever you go to an Early Access page, they always go, "This is a game in development. You need to understand this. There will be bugs. There will be these things. And this is only for people who truly and honestly want to deal with that."
Okay, can I cut you off real quick?
Go ahead.
You just made an amazing point. And I completely agree. Like, the problem is I feel like Early Access, there's too easy access to Early Access, right? The wrong people are getting their hands on this thing. And I know you could be like, oh, well, that's their fault, right? But I feel like you're actually hurting yourself in some cases, because these people, they're stupid. And I've read too many of these things. Like, I'll bring up an example even just from a beta or not even a beta, a fucking alpha on PlayStation. These people, they're casual gamers. They don't understand what the difference is between a early access, alpha, beta, whatever.
Right.
They think they're just getting this game early, right? So they see this game as like, wow, like this is trash. You know what I mean? And you just lost that customer. Perfect example. It would be less of a problem on Steam, I'm sure, because that's more hardcore gamers.
Right.
But on consoles, right? We were playing the Destiny Alpha, which we haven't talked about with you, I don't think.
No.
And my friend, he's not buying the game now because of an alpha. Because an alpha didn't impress him. And not only that, he didn't even explore most of the alpha, so he missed out on a lot of shit. But it's just he's not like me, who I'm searching for beta. I've been, I get into every beta, all that shit.
Right.
Hello?
Right. Hello?
John has died. He dead.
Then he'll figure it out in a second. How do you... I don't know. I don't think it's... Like, early access is as big as a problem. Like, I think people understand that now. Because a lot of games like Minecraft, that's how it started. It literally went, okay, here's this game. Oh, people like this. Yay. I'm going to continue making it.
One more problem I have with it.
Okay.
They don't have to finish the game. You could buy the game, but you can get excited for it, but they don't have to finish the game. They can just leave it, and they don't have a concrete deadline to finish the game.
Yeah, that is true, but that again, you need to research these people. Like, why the fuck are you buying a game from Kill Death Studios? Like, I bought Prison Architect from Introversion Games. Actually, I forgot the studio name, but you know what? I'm fucking glad I did. I bought their games in the past. They're a good studio, and like, I don't know. Yeah, they don't have to finish it, but that fucks them in the end, because if they want to make another game in the future, people are gonna call them out on it.
But it can be any excuse. You can just, we're just gonna finish this, blah blah blah. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't like that. I feel like if you're early access, you should have a certain deadline. At least.
Yeah, no. Yeah, again, this is research you need to do as a customer. You have to go. You have to fucking see what their plans are, and if they've released their plans. If not, don't buy the fucking game.
See, I would agree with that. I just jumped right back and just heard that last point, so I don't know the context.
That's fine. No, go.
But the thing is, the customer is always right.
I know, man. We were talking about like.
No, I heard real quick, just off his last point, because that was going off of what I was last saying before I got disconnected. You probably didn't hear me. I went on a little bit. that I understand that it's not the developer's fault that customers are fucking stupid, but that's the situation you're in. that is the situation you're in, and you're supposed to be marketing, making sure you're getting the right people. Like, that's their job. You're saying it's the customer's job. I don't agree. I think it's their job to figure out how to make this work the best way possible. I don't think it works the best way possible.
Well, what we were talking about, I was saying that, they don't have to finish the game. The game doesn't have to be developed. They can be developing. You can have a game that's in development for 3 years. And I was like, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's in line with what I was saying. Where, well, at least it's going on for that long. But I was saying, like, on Kickstarter, sometimes they don't deliver that game.
Yeah,
and
that happens. And
yeah, that's not okay.
No, it's absolutely not. I agree. But it's one of those things where I don't know. We just need to be smarter as people. Because in the end of the day, is it right that, you can go to a fucking job interview that's really just a marketing technique to make you sell knives to people that you already know? I went to one of those. It was a group interview where they showed us these knives. No, and you know what? I learned from that. They wanted you to buy the knives right there and there so you can show it off and then sell knives to other people.
Oh yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like, but that made me smarter as a person.
Yeah, but this is the thing. You can't learn from Kickstarter and Steam Early Access because when a project
if a project fails, you have to start thinking, oh, what really deserves my money, or does anything really deserve my money in development?
No, but that's exactly my point. None of it. Most of the time it doesn't, because most people can go and do it the way they're supposed to do it. But again, you're saying they're supposed to predict whether something's going to fail or not, and that's not fair. How would they know? There's a reason. If it's really on Kickstarter, that means that it really has a high potential of failing, and that's not good. And then Steam Early Access is like, what? I don't even understand now. Well, I guess again, that's not as bad. There's not as bad a track record with Steam Early Access as there is with Kickstarter. But my point with Kickstarter is when a project fails, you're saying, okay, you got to learn from that. But the thing is, like you said, does anything deserve your money? Because that's all you can learn. You can't know whether a game was going to fail or not ahead of time.
No, that is true. You can't predict that. And something I learned, like when Kickstarter was being a big thing. By the way, I've never Kickstarted anything. I've thought about it a couple of times, but each time I've always talked myself out of it. But
wasn't that guy's game on Kickstarter? I thought you Kickstarted it.
What game?
Miramonu? Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't even buy the Steam Early Access to that yet.
Probably
won't. It doesn't. Goddess doesn't interest me in any way.
I thought it did. I really thought it did. You the one who told me about it.
Yeah, I told you about it, and I was deeply considering it, but I didn't. Just because I tell you something doesn't mean I actually bought it.
I know, but you seem like you were excited about it. It seemed like something you liked.
Yeah, no. And I talked myself out of it because at the time I didn't have a job. My money meant a lot to me. It still does. But the thing you have to realize, like, the thing I learned from, like, watching people do Kickstarter was, first of all, don't ever put money down on a concept. Always make sure they have something to show, some real, actual, like, if it's a video game, make sure they have video game content, like, animation, storyboarding, all these things. Make sure they have an actual plan of going, this month we want to be done with this month, and by next year we want to have the game put on Steam. Stuff like that.
You want to be, although you won't be treated like an investor when it comes to profits, you want to be treated like one, with them pitching it to you and they have a solid plan and you...
You're not treated the same as an investor in an actual business. You do generally get stuff from it by how much you invest, by stuff like sometimes they give you in-game content, material stuff like t-shirts, posters, an art book, the soundtrack, stuff like that. You do kind of get more. I will agree, Kickstarter feels to me more like a store than actually kickstarting a business, but I don't think that's that big of a problem. Like the times I'm on Kickstarter nowadays, it's for like RPGs, books that are want to be translated from Japanese to English, and those are the ones that I think about kickstarting because that's to me that's less of, oh, we're trying to make this happen, and more of a, we're trying to show these Japanese people, the companies, that that you guys want this. So if we get this much money, this much people investing, they will know that um, the RPG community in the Western um, uh, want these games.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, I see why you didn't get Goddess.
Okay.
I had never seen so much thumb downs in a while. Jesus.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. I
Peter
haven't looked at
Molyneux.
it for a long time, so
Peter Molyneux, man.
This one guy said I'm a huge Peter Molyneux fan. He was like he really disappointed me with this. He
yeah,
was like this game is just utterly just a click fest.
yeah, no, no, uh,
It,
yeah.
yeah.
Let's not talk about that. Yeah, that's a discussion for another day. But to me, like the reason why I like Steam Early Access is it. Not only do you get like some more interesting ideas coming from it, games that maybe couldn't get a publisher because they wanted to change a lot, or wouldn't give them the budget they really needed. Through Steam Early Access, I can buy that game. I can like be with the development. If I have a suggestion, I can make the suggestion. And not only
But that,
that, okay, yeah, I don't get paid, but I kind of like the fact that, an idea I had, made the developer think. Not only that, to me, like I got Prisoner Architect. In the beginning of that game, that was very simple. You build a prison, uh, uh, make them eat, and try not to let them die or escape. Now it has like watchdogs, drugs, RPGs. It got crazy, and the cool thing is, throughout the development, each time a big new update came out, it made me want to play the game. And I think that's kind of cool when you get like a AAA game, like I don't know, Watch Dogs maybe, comes out. I play it. I'm done with it. I never want to pick up that game again. And so I kind of like that there's a kind of replay value type of situation with Steam Early Access.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. And like, I don't know. It's just like you said. I mean, for people who want to deal with a lot of it is a headache. You know, a lot of these games are a
Yeah,
headache.
yeah. No,
And
no.
I just like, I don't know why you would pay for a headache, but whatever.
You know what? I agree. If that bothers you, don't ever buy a Steam Early Access. Don't ever
I
Kickstart.
don't, and I'm not even saying these things. I guess I did start by
Yeah,
saying all
you
those things
did
need to
start
go,
this conversation saying Steam Early Access needs to go.
that's not what I meant. I just feel like they need to. I feel like something needs to change. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like there's got to be a better way of doing this. I feel like people are paying for shitty products that, oh yeah, in the end they're good finally, but it's like you paid for this thing that you played for a year or something and it was garbage, and it's just like, why? Why did you pay for that? And then again, like I said, you're contributing so much, but you don't get anything. In fact, you've only been giving, and I'm just like, I don't get
But
that.
you
But
need to also think about, like, you're thinking like very early alpha. A lot of these Steam Early Access stuff are stuff in beta, stuff that's
I
stable
know
enough.
it's not everything. It's not everything. Like I said, first off, Steam Early Access I have less of a problem with. You know, I was saying it was more stuff on Kickstarter, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Like, I just roll my eyes when I read some of the shit that happens, and I'm like, why do people do this? But at the same time, it's not my money. Like you said, if you don't want to spend, don't spend. I don't. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not really my issue. I just feel like there's a better way to do this, because there are people who are naive and whatever, and they get swindled. You know what I mean? Like, they're getting screwed over all the time. And I know you're just like, oh, they just got to learn their lesson. But again, sometimes it's just, it's tough. Sometimes it's, you know, it's not that simple. And I'm just like,
again, the thing is, like, the people I'm thinking about who would do this are hopefully people, you know, who have the funds to give. Like, hopefully there's no one that stupid enough to fucking put, well, I can either buy food this month or give this money to a Kickstarter.
No, because the entry points are so low. Like, they don't ask for that much. Like, they ask for a lot total, but they don't, you know, you could contribute just $5. That doesn't sound like much, but, you know, it adds up when you're robbing a whole bunch of people of $5.
Right.
And it's just like, And then there's even situations where I don't understand it when the people that don't need it get involved. You know, like when, like, I don't think that the guy, I like this guy and I hope this game is good and all that, but I don't like that it's Keiji Inafune, right? That he's the Mega Man creator who did he's doing Mighty Number 9, which was kickstarted, right?
Oh, okay.
But I think he did it through like multiple, I don't know if it was Indiegogo, that's another one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if it was Indiegogo and Kickstarter, but he did pretty much 2 Kickstarters for one game. Then after that, I was like, okay, whatever, right? You know, maybe he really couldn't get this game made, but I'm just rolling my eyes because I'm pretty sure he probably could have. Wow. There is a market for it, and it's not like some high-budget game. But anyways, past that, you know, time has gone by. I'm expecting like a huge update on the game, right?
Right.
They're taking more money through PayPal now. I'm like, how many times do you need to kickstart the same project?
Actually, yeah, a lot of Kickstarters actually kind of do that.
But this was just with the TV show, though.
No, it's not. It's not just with the TV show. In fact, that's completely separate. The TV show, ironically, being privately funded. Because those people actually believe in themselves, I guess. I don't know. Like they could have done it, you know, again, privately funded. But they don't want to pay anyone back. They just want to make their game, and that's it. And I understand that people want that freedom, but it's just like, I don't know, I feel like there's a line. I'd rather give that money, again, like you said, research, blah, blah, blah. But to me, I'd rather it go to people who can't break into the industry, who aren't going to be able to get this money really. You know, I don't want Keiji Inafune on my fucking Kickstarter page. Like, she was like, really?
Yeah, you know, I do agree, like, I forgot who, but someone wanted to, like, one of the big publishers wanted to put out, like, a Steam Early Access game. And it's just like, you're not the one that needs this. You're not the one who even deserves it. Like,
but they're the ones that are going to get the most attention because they're the big names.
Yeah, and that is a problem. That's a problem.
Again, like I said, I like the ideas. I like the concept. There's a lot of good that come out of both, but it's just there are problems. And are they even working to solve them, or they're just like, well, people are going to get screwed, and it's that simple. It's like I don't know. I don't like that.
I think Kickstarter is getting a little better at moderating itself.
I would hope, because that's Valve. I expect more in Valve setting up.
Well, no, that's Steam Early. I said Kickstarter.
Oh.
Kickstarter is getting better at moderating itself, reporting and stopping Kickstarters who should not be Kickstarters, you know? Like stuff that are clearly scams or, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, hold on, let me see something real quick.
Okay. I can't believe you thought you weren't gonna get a full game if you did Steam Early Access.
Well, I looked at Daisy again.
What about Daisy?
Just looking at it again.
You know, I'm actually happier about one movie. It was a major studio that went to Kickstarter, and I was sick. but it actually ended up not being so bad because it didn't make its money back. No, but the reason why that's okay is because
What movie we talking about?
it
Veronica
would
Mars?
pay back anyways. But it kind of justifies it, in my opinion. But the thing is that real, or was that like self-sabotage because of the criticism? Like, because they're gonna make a lot more money, I'm sure, on like DVD sales and Netflix distribution, stuff like that. But I would just wonder, they're like, oh, we didn't market it at all, so it wouldn't do well, so that people don't complain that it made. That's the thing. It would have been a real problem for Kickstarter if this movie went on to be a blockbuster. And it wasn't gonna be like a huge blockbuster, but I mean in terms of its budget, and just like make it ridiculous more, because then some people might be like, wait. And then they calculate how much they invested, how much they should have got out of it. But like, I could be fucking rich. But
You talking about Veronica Mars?
yeah, yes, exactly what I'm talking about. But I don't know. I keep going back and forth. I go back and forth all the time because I'm like, again, like there's a place for it. There's stuff that would never be made, and it's
right.
People want it. So of course you do whatever it takes to get it or something like that. But I feel like there's so much that can just go on there, and it's just.
We could have had Firefly Season 2 if Kickstarter was around back then.
Oh, that's another thing, though. They might not need a Kickstarter. Like, I feel like I would hope that Joss Whedon wouldn't go to Kickstarter. Because I feel like he doesn't need it. What he needs is companies to allow him to do it. It's like he doesn't own the rights. That's the problem. He doesn't own the rights.
Oh, shit. Well, you can do a Kickstarter for him to buy the rights.
Okay, I'd be down for that.
Okay.
I'd be down for that. But yeah, so he can't control that. But it just makes me think of like Dr. Horrible, right? He didn't go begging people for money to make that. I know it's low budget, but that's the thing. He just did whatever it took to make something. And I don't know. That was great.
I would rather take out of all this thing is low budget does not mean bad. I think people, I don't, it's a little weird that people don't understand that. I don't know.
I don't know if people don't understand that. They just prefer the big budget stuff.
I personally don't, though. Like, I love Dr. Horrible. That was a lot of the stuff I like. Like, do you know, what is it called? It was a Slender Man, like, web series. Marble Hornets?
No.
Look up Marble Hornets, or I'll send you a link after this video. Watch that. That's creepy shit. That's really good.
One thing I will say is that, well, first off, I don't know how great a judge you are of big budget movies because you don't watch.
That is true.
Movies. But the second thing is that there's so much more shit though at the bottom as well. Like in my opinion, like yes, a big budget movie can, okay, Watch Dogs, perfect example. Let's switch it to games for a second.
Okay.
Yes, there's smaller budget games that are game of the year, great. They're like, wow, this is original, this is great. It's like almost perfect game type of thing. Watch Dogs, not perfect, has a lot of problems, disappoints in a lot of ways. But a lot of people know what they're gonna get with that. Whereas like
no. Now you need to shut the fuck up because the fucking E3 demonstration of fucking Watch Dogs was not the game we fucking got.
Yeah, it was.
No, it's not.
I was able to do what happened in the E3.
No. Did you not see the fucking graphical difference?
We're not gonna talk about graphics because that's
fuck really you. Good. No, this is kind of bullshit. They fucking promised us this great looking fucking scenery stuff with fog and wind and all this beautiful stuff, and what did we get?
Okay.
What did we get, John?
Wait, we still got a great looking game, but
Yeah.
But this is the thing.
Well, I can't really say I was on the PC, so I had to knock down the settings really low.
Well, anyway,
on a pretty high end, on a pretty good machine too. No.
Well, okay. Well, fine. I will talk about graphics for a second. What I will say about the graphics is, A, no, it doesn't look exactly like that. But B, I didn't go like, oh wow, this is just such a disappointment because that's not everything. And it's still, like I said, it was still a good looking game. It's not like all of a sudden I was looking at an ugly game. That would be another thing. But then another thing you're not taking into account that I don't think anyone is taking into account. And maybe it doesn't matter to some people, but you're not going to be able to push hardware if you don't have games coming out. Is that this is the launch year. People are figuring out these new consoles.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. It's just they showed, like, oh, this is what we're doing. Like we didn't get any of that.
Like every E3
no.
before launch of a console?
Yeah, but you know what? That's CGI. A lot of that stuff is CGI. They were promoting this as in-game content.
Well, it was in-game, but that doesn't mean that they knew that they weren't going to be able to do all this. Like, this is the thing. I like that people have a problem when developers set their, sights high. Like, no, you need to be more realistic. You need to come back down to earth and,
Then don't show us. But don't show us that demonstration.
They need to.
Yeah, but don't show it at that fucking high.
That's what they were aiming for.
Yeah, and
just because they didn't get there doesn't mean.
Okay, John.
Just...
The thing is, I think you're saying like they were here, they wanted here, but they got here. But in reality, they wanted here, and they gave us this. There's a huge difference between what they showed and what we got.
And I don't think
there's a dramatic difference from what they showed to what we got.
I don't agree.
I don't agree with that neither.
Fine.
Because even what they said they had to build an engine that would run on everything.
And you know what? Here's the thing, though.
They
actually fucking, at the start of everything, the PC was going to be the prominent, the PC was their main system they were creating the game for, and then the other games should have been the ones that suffered.
No, but...
Yeah, no, that's exactly what happened. But you know what fucking happened? They shift it to the consoles, and they did the stupid thing where they made a PS3 Xbox game when they should have focused on Xbox One and PS4. And even then, let's say that, fucking PCs got fucked. They got fucked so hard.
Real quick, what I'll say about the console difference. No, that's a dramatic difference. The PS3 to PS4 version is a dramatic difference. So I wouldn't say that they made it. I haven't really checked the comparison. They didn't make it for the PS3 and 360. I will say
I'm saying that might have held things back.
It did.
Yeah.
It did. I think just stretching themselves so thin as well. They had 5 platforms.
Yeah, and why didn't they just cut the old consoles out?
Because there were still too many people there, man. They didn't know how well the consoles were going to sell.
And remember, didn't the game get announced for PS3?
Bullshit.
It was announced for PS3.
The game was announced for PS3.
I don't give a shit. When fucking PS4, they should shift focus, drop the PS3, the Xbox, and focus on PS4, Xbox One.
But there's still 80
and the
million
PC. No, John. But here's the thing, John. Here's the thing. We talk about this in the PC, in the coding. Is still the original textures, all the original animation, all that original stuff from the demo they showed that we can use a mod to get to play. So they fucking gimped the PC version for very little reason.
No, they probably had to reconstruct the engine.
To their credit, what they said, the reason they said they took that out of the game. That was the old thing that was in the game.
That was so much better.
They hid it, and it can cause it can cause problems. That's what they did.
And here's the thing. You would think that would come out with people preferring to use the mod, but I haven't heard anything. Actually, I've watched videos, and people said, you know what? It doesn't run that good. It runs the same as the regular graphics on Ultra. It runs exactly the same. About the same.
Look, I will say they shouldn't be mistreating any faction of their audience, but I understand why they did that for this game. I'm not saying that there shouldn't have been problems with the version they did give. That's the very least they could have done, and they didn't do that. That's the problem. Right. That's the main problem I have, is that I didn't have any problems, but I hear about all these problems with, Arthel was telling me what you were complaining about and what people were saying in forums and whatever, and I'm just like, that should just not be, that shouldn't be a thing. You know what I mean? That shouldn't be a thing.
It's for a AAA title.
Yeah, especially for a AAA title. But I don't know. Like I said, maybe I shouldn't be giving them a pass at all. But for me, in the launch year to come out as early as they did, I'm just impressed it fucking came out. Like I'm just like. Again, and you know, I agree that it didn't live up to the potential of the game. I'm not talking about the graphics. I'm just talking about in terms of a gameplay. I'm talking about gameplay. What matters more than graphics? You know, it
No,
didn't.
I agree. I'm just saying there was such a large difference that it's kind of bullshit. But I do agree. Gameplay is more important than graphics, and still, I feel the gameplay was kind of there, but
Yeah, it was almost there. But again, that's why I want a sequel, though. I think they can deliver on the promise. Unlike you, I don't know why you're so cynical about it. Like, even look at the games that are coming out that they're showing, and I know you could be like, oh, well, I don't trust what they're showing, but they're continuously showing these more and more of these demos, right? So it's like, unless they're making two versions of the game, one in which that looks amazing and the other one that's going to be shit when it comes out, it's like, you know, they are improving on this. They are going to get to that standard that they reached. They were trying. It's kind of like you said when they showed it. You said, I remember I was like, how are they doing this on last gen consoles? And you said they're not. You know, you said they're not, and that it's the glimpse of next gen, right? So it is the glimpse. This is only the first year. It's gonna get better. Yeah, we didn't get that game with Watch Dogs.
No. Fucking games are always gonna get better. I'm just saying, Watch Dogs pissed me off.
But I don't know
there's
why.
There's no resent. Like, I think fucking Infamous is a very beautiful game. I think it's a much better looking game than what I saw of Watch Dogs on fucking low textures that fucking look like shit, but it was the only way to run the game at 30 fucking frames per second. When I can fucking play Arma with fucking 60 frames on the highest fucking settings. This is fucking bullshit.
Infamous was a better looking game, but it also only had to be on one platform.
Yeah, that's my whole reason. If they had to build one system that works on everything.
Yeah, but you know what? Fucking cut out the old consoles.
No, but why
it was
right now?
Made. It was originally made, and look how much.
Okay, wait.
Fuck. No, it was originally made for the
hold
PC.
Hold on.
They said
hold on.
main. Go.
Wait, did they said that though? Real quick,
I never heard they said that.
I never heard them say that either. In fact, I felt like the first platforms I heard was PlayStation.
It was implied because it looked nice, so all the PC gamers got excited. It was implied. They never said that.
All right, so while you're looking up that, the one thing I will say is that obviously they could be the one to jump that gun. They could be the ones to say, "Oh, we're pushing next gen." But just like you're feeling spurned as a PC gamer, what about the PS3 gamers and 360 gamers? They're just not going to get the game at all. Like, they're going to feel like, fuck, I can't afford a $400 console right now, a $500 console at the time with the Xbox One. So it's like...
Well, you know what? They can't get Infamous Second Son.
Yeah, but that's Sony. What? Why would they be able to?
Well, it's Sony. PS3. Why isn't it on the PS3, John?
Well, first off,
Tell me why is it not on the PS3? Why is Pokemon Y not on the Wii U? Come on.
Well, what? Okay, now you're stretching want.
I would rather want. Why don't they just focus development on the newer systems? And yeah, that sucks for people who have the older systems. It fucking sucks. But then you're just downgrading your game.
Yeah, but
you're making your game harder to make, more expensive to make, and making it worse for the better system.
Okay, real quick, what I will say, first, it's still a transitional year. The fan base isn't big enough on the newer consoles to cover costs of a new game, a new IP that they got to make for a next generation system. And yeah, you could say, oh, well, they didn't really make it for a next generation system, but no, still, when I played it, I know that the way the game would not run on my PS3. And then the reason why Sony doesn't have Infamous is because they need to sell consoles. They're not worried about turning a profit. They're worrying about pushing consoles, and that will ultimately lead to them turning a profit. But it's like actually Sony said only 4 out of 10 of their games make profit. So they're not Activision, they're not Ubisoft, they're not EA. That their whole thing is making games, and they need to make money on each game they make. So I feel like I can't blame studios that don't make that. Not everyone could be Rockstar. That they're just ready to just do whatever. And even them, they made it for the last gen. And why didn't they just wait? Why didn't they just wait to really blow our minds? You know, more so in the next gen. It's fine. I have no problem with that. Especially when they first announced it, I was like, that looks next gen to me. And the version we got, it looked great. I wasn't disappointed, but it didn't look like what they showed us either. But I'm assuming that this new version that's coming out will, right? So they did the same thing. They just stagnated
Has
the
Watch
release.
Dogs 2 even been announced?
Huh?
Have they even announced anything?
Who?
Watch Dogs 2.
No, but it was the fastest selling Ubisoft game in their history, so...
And one of the biggest disappointments, let's not forget.
No, it's not. It's not.
By the
Plenty
way,
of people love the game.
what's Ubisoft?
And you're also forgetting PC gamers are the
DRM
minority.
bullshit?
PC gamers are the minority.
Yeah. But what's Ubisoft's DRM bullshit thing called again, Arthel?
Uplay?
Yeah, Uplay. That is bullshit, by the way. That is the most disgusting thing in the world.
No, Uplay was terrible. I can't argue with you there. When Uplay first came on, it was terrible. People
What
had
does
problems
that do?
logging on.
No. I'm throwing that out there because I want to vent. But
That was terrible.
do you guys get my text?
Sure.
That was terrible. I
From
can't
PC
argue.
Gamer, Watch Dogs is targeting PC as lead platform. This was dated February 2013.
Really quick, that wording isn't fishy to you?
Wait. Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot, I probably pronounced that terribly, has revealed that the promising open-world hack-em-up Watch Dogs is being developed using PC as the lead platform. In an interview with Dutch site Insider Games, Guillemot explained how, for once, it's the consoles that are on the receiving end of the port process. So.
No, I don't. I get that, but I feel like they made a leap from what he was saying. Read what he said. Read what he actually said. He was talking about, yeah, like see, he said porting, but it's like technically every game is a port because you develop it on a PC. You do develop it on a PC, and then you optimize it for the platforms that it's going to come out on. But what was the platform they wanted to... Obviously, like you said, it's obvious the PC was not the most important version to them, which is terrible. They should be, at the very least, treating them equally.
But I think it was, but I think Sony came in and Microsoft came in and threw some money at them. Like,
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
With exclusives?
I don't think so.
With exclusives they had? With the time exclusives Sony had on
It wasn't anything special, though. Did you not use yours?
Hmm?
It was nothing. The timed exclusive stuff was nothing. It was just like any other game. It wasn't anything serious. It's not what's going on with Destiny, if that's what you're trying to compare it to.
Yeah, I think that argument, I have heard that argument. I don't agree with that argument either. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying it has been said that the PC was not going to be the GIMP version. That it was gonna...
It doesn't say that, actually. the writer of the article said that, not the guy that he's trying
Well,
to
if
put.
I can read Dutch, I would read it. My phone doesn't automatically translate bullshit.
Oh, mine... What? We have the same phone, though, I thought.
Are we using the same browser? I use Safari.
Yeah, I'm using Safari.
Oh. It's not translating the Dutch side for me.
Oh, shit. Look, I don't think any version should be gimped. Like, I feel like a version might be lesser, but that's just due to the hardware limitations, but that's not what happened with the PC. It's just limited because they didn't do enough, right? They didn't put the proper amount of work, I guess, whatever. But again, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like, obviously, you're disappointed, you're upset, you don't... That's all there is to it. But
I'm mostly mad at Arthel.
Why?
I'm mostly mad at Arthel.
Why?
You told me to get the PC version.
What? Arthel told me... Oh,
Wait.
no, he got it for free. Is that why?
Yeah, and he told me to get it on the PC then. So I could have just got a PS4, played with you, been happy.
What's see? Arthel said he
What did
got it for
Arthel say?
free.
Yeah.
He said he got it for free, and that
Yeah,
you were just like, okay, now you could get it on the PC then.
No. What happened was, remember when I asked you guys, like, which one am I getting? Should I get the PC one, or are you guys still getting the
I wasn't
PS4?
talking. There's no you guys. I wasn't
No, at
part
the
of that
movie
conversation.
theater. At the movie theater, remember?
No, but that was after he pretty much
Yeah,
told me he was
no. Yeah, but that's when I asked it, and you guys said PS4. I'm like, okay. And then he said I got Watch Dogs for free for the PC with my new graphics card. I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, okay, get it for the PC now. I'm like, okay, sure. Now I'm never buying a Ubisoft game on the PC because fuck them. I already know I'm not gonna get a good experience on the PC. Not with Ubisoft, never.
I want to say that new what's it called game is that Rainbow Six Siege is.
You know, I have not heard the name Rainbow Six in like 5 years. What's going
Siege.
on?
You haven't looked up that? Look up
Uh,
Siege. That game looks amazing.
Well, I have to look everything up on my phone because I'm recording the chat.
Yeah, look up Siege when you get a chance. That game looks amazing.
Siege as in Siege
I
the
think
Fortress.
I think it's Siege. Let me see. Let me make sure.
Siege. Siege?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on.
Okay, all in all, our two main topics because it changed very wildly towards the end there. Uh, is Kickstarter good or bad? Arthel?
That's not fair.
No.
'Cause I don't want to say
This is
good
just
or
the
bad,
end.
it's just-
This is just the end of the scene. I think be wise with your money.
Yeah, it's Rainbow Six Siege.
Send me a link
You
on
want
my
me-
phone.
eh,
And Watch Dogs, I believe, made me cry.
Come on.
And I think that's terrible.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I
Well,
cried.
again, I didn't have the experience you have, but still, how bad could it really have been?
Okay, John?
That's what I don't understand.
John. Okay. So, I can understand not being able to play on Ultra. My frames per second dropped to 20 to 19 frames per second, uneven.
Mhm.
And that's impossible to play a game at.
Watch the second one I sent you. The second link.
Okay. Now, but you know what? On medium, I could not play the fucking game. It was still like 25 to 28 frames per second. The fact that I had to bring everything down to low. And
So wait, so I had a better looking game than you
yeah,
did?
you absolutely did. You probably did.
That's ridiculous.
Can I ask you something? Did your soda machines look like bunch of pixels?
No.
No, it didn't. Mine fucking did because I had to have low fucking textures to play a fucking game that was unoptimized for the fucking PC.
But to another credit though, you have an AMD graphics card, and they said AMD graphics cards with the Ubisoft game look terrible. They said Nvidia worked close with Ubisoft and came out with a better experience. So some
Okay,
people say-
but you know what? You know what? I fucking
better
can come
experience.
and play Arma 3. I can play
No, I understand what you're saying, but to-
play better games at a better quality than I can play Watch Dogs, and that's
I
bullshit.
know, but I'm saying though.
But no. That is still bullshit. You are letting them be lazy.
I know, but I'm saying
You are letting
saying-
them be lazy by giving them an
Better cars?
excuse. No, it's bullshit that they don't fucking
That's what they
optimize for all graphics cards. That they
They
don't
said-
take into account all
See,
major.
okay, real quick, I don't want to
gra-
make this a
graphics cards.
console versus PC thing, but that's a problem I have with PC right there. Is that, see, that's why I like the console experience better
Wait,
because they
hey.
develop for one, what?
But the thing is, I learned something, John.
What'd you learn?
I learned not to play the Ubisoft games for the PC. See, with my money, I have learned something that will dictate my further actions with paying. Stop sending me things.
But that was a problem with that. They said Nvidia worked close with Ubisoft to try to get the best experience for the game. They said AMD did not do that.
No,
That
that's not.
So
But
bullshit.
I agree with James though that that's not an excuse though.
No.
I know, but I'm saying I'm saying for Nvidia wise. I mean, saying like James said it looked real bad on his.
You
I'm
still
saying it didn't. I
played
didn't.
on what? Normal graphics? Because you
No,
still
I'm
couldn't
saying
play the game on Ultra.
no.
And
Nobody could play the game on Ultra. Nobody
yeah,
could
no
play.
one. And
Nobody,
they still had help from Nvidia,
nobody could play the game on Ultra. Like they
which is
said,
bullshit.
they said you'll tear up your card
No,
trying to play.
no, it's bullshit. The
No,
only
yeah.
game where we can legitimately say where that is fine is Crisis, and that's because, in all honesty, that was a game that needed a computer from 10 years in the future, as we can prove today.
You know,
Watch Dogs is not Crisis. I am
Alright.
yelling, and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning.
it's not even Metro Last Light. Metro Last Light when I can't even run that game on Ultra.
Yeah, and you know what? That's probably a better. It probably looks a lot pretty good on fucking high.
No, it looks amazing on high. Like I can't run it on high either.
Oh, really? Wow.
No, that game's intense. That game, you
And
have
you
to
know,
have
I believe that. I believe
card.
that.
You have to have a hard card to run that game. That game is that Crisis 3, Metro Last Light. But those are graphic card breakers. They'll burn out your graphics card real
Yeah,
quick.
but you know what? They're graphic card breakers because they need that power. Watch Dogs doesn't need that much power to run. It really doesn't. They're just so unoptimized. Like,
So John did say he sent me this. He said, "What does Jim Sterling said? Don't buy Ubisoft games." Like I know he sent me the quote. He said, "Don't buy Ubisoft games because they do bad jobs at porting or something."
Yeah, it was a quippy title that Jim Sterling would do, but this was like a long time ago that he did that article.
and it's true today.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird though. Like I don't. Was Assassin's Creed 4 like this on the PC? Like I don't.
It
I
was.
haven't
No,
heard
but
any
this is the
problems.
thing. It's not about whether it's like this or not. It's just that they clearly make their games for consoles, and they run the way they're supposed to run on the consoles.
But it's kind of weird that it happened with this one, but it didn't happen with Assassin's Creed. None of Assassin's Creed's games are.
No, actually, Assassin's Creed games do have problems on the PC.
Oh, they do?
They do.
Okay. Well, that's.
I don't know about the latest one, but I do know Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and the side quest to 2.
Brotherhood,
Yeah, those. There's another one.
Revelation,
Yeah.
Revelation.
I was
Those.
about to say, I
they
haven't
had
heard about
problems.
Black Flag and 3. I haven't heard any problems being about those.
I really haven't. Honestly, it's probably just accepted that Ubisoft is.
But
Shit.
if that's just the case, then Ubisoft is just bad at it. Like that's what it is.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but that's not an excuse though.
No. Like,
See, no.
you learn
Okay,
something,
okay.
don't buy
This
from
is
Ubisoft.
this might piss off James more, but instead of cutting off the older consoles, why not cut off the PC?
Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, no. I agree.
Because if they're not going to do a
If
good
you
job
need to
at it,
cut something, and if you're going to do a half-assed job, cut that section off. I agree. And you know what? I would have got it on the PS4. We all would have got it on the PS4. Arthel would have got a better free game from his graphics card. And we all would have been we would have been very more happy in our lives and less tangent of a video.
Wait, you got to choose your free game? I really hate you, Arthur.
No, I didn't get to choose. I didn't get to choose.
No, he would have got, because it would have been a different offer if.
He's saying it would have been if they would cut the whole PC division off
Oh, okay.
of the game. No, I
And
didn't.
then you play wouldn't exist? Oh my god, that would be such a beautiful world.
Wait, okay, no. Uplay, I don't see the point, but I also don't see what's the problem at this point with
It
Uplay.
acts as DRM on the PC. It must be run
With
with the game. It takes up like it
it's pretty
takes
it's pretty
CPU
much Origin.
power.
It's pretty much Origin. Whatever.
You know what? I'll fucking give it to Origin. Origin has been getting to at least maybe not close to Valve, but I can see it getting there. Uplay is just shit all around. Like you can't buy a game from Uplay. You're fucked if you do that.
To Ubisoft's credit, they're still a growing company. Like EA.
No. Fuck
Origin.
off. Fuck
How long
off. It's
Origin?
not a growing company.
How long has Origin been? I'm saying Uplay wise is how long did they come out with it? It hasn't been that long. Origin been
No,
out
it
for a
has.
while.
It has because you haven't been a PC gamer. It was out PS3. Fucking. I think Assassin's Creed 2 had Uplay. That was a long time ago. And Ubisoft has always been trying to figure out their piracy killer, and I that's a tangent for another video. I'm gonna end this now. Anything else you guys want to say?
No.
No? Okay.